Hey everyone, welcome back. It is What's Cooking Wednesday, which means I am live in my kitchen showing you what I've got cooking this week. And what I'm doing today, I like to do this at the beginning of every summer. So I keep an eye on the sales, and when ground beef is on sale for a reasonable price, I buy a whole bunch, either in the club packs or the great big family size packs that are on sale. So I found a sale this week, $3.33 a pound for the lean ground beef. So I am making up burgers. And why I do this is because it is so much cheaper to make your own burgers, have them frozen at home, so that when you're feeling like having a barbecue, or if you're like my family, they just love to throw a burger on the grill anytime. Doesn't matter if we're entertaining or just for a quick bite to eat before they run off to work. And I would rather make them myself and flavor them myself than buy the pre-made ones in the store that are loaded with sodium and fillers. So I'm going to show you how quick it is with Epicure and how many different flavor choices there are. So I've already got everything set up here. So I use one of our sheet pans. And now a couple years ago, we did have these burger reusable discs that you can use for patties. If you don't have these, you can use wax paper and just make little pieces that you can put your burger onto. Because what we're gonna do is make the patties, then we're gonna freeze them on the sheet pan. And once they're frozen, then you're going to pop them into a Ziploc bag and label them so you know what flavor they are. So today I'm going to show you, I've got a number of different flavors happening here. So I've already got started. The first big pack of meat I've got in my ginormous bowl, and that one there I am doing with, fold it over here and show you, the smokin' barbecue. Okay, so what I've done is I put all my meat into the bowl, then I put in half a pack. So this is about 3 pounds of meat, and I put in half a pack. Then instead of breadcrumbs or broken up crackers, I use our gluten-free crispy coating mix. So then I've put half a pack of that in there. And in all of my burgers, no matter what flavor they are, I always sprinkle 3 onion and roasted garlic. Well, this is the roasted garlic aioli, but I just call it roasted garlic. To me, it's like a garlic powder. It's so nice and fine. And we like both of those spices in all of our burgers, no matter what flavor. So I mixed that all up. I'm going to show you here. I've got that thoroughly mixed. And I'm one of those people that do not like to touch the meat with my hands. So I use a great big fork. And then to make the patties, what I do, I have our 3-in-1 burger press here. If you don't have a burger press, this is one of the handiest kitchen tools, especially if you're like me and you don't like touching the meat. This makes it really easy. It's called a 3-in-1 because it does 3 different things. You can make a traditional burger, like the one I've got here. I've already started making up my burgers. Okay, so there's my first patty. You can make sliders. So we have an inner piece here that you can put on your plate and then use the press to make slider burgers. And you can twist this off to make stuffed burgers. So I'm going to show you how to do that one right now. So like I said, this is my smokin' barbecue flavored burger mix, and I add 3 onion and roasted garlic. Now what you're going to do, I like to use our large portion scoop, and I take 2 scoops of the meat. Now because I'm going to stuff this one, I'm only going to do about 1.5 on the bottom. And then you take the top of the press and you press that down, okay, nice and hard. Okay, so you've got that there. And then what you're going to do is twist this apart, and this center part you are going to push down as hard as you can into your patty, And then it is going to make a nice little well. See that there? And into that well, you can put whatever you desire. Today, I'm gonna put in some shredded cheese. So we'll have a nice surprise when we make these burgers with some shredded cheese in there. And once you have your cheese, then you're just going to put about another half scoop of meat, because you want to be able to cover that up so no one can see what is hidden. So we're going to press the top again. Now I've put the top back together, so the scoop is now no longer there. I'm gonna press it down as hard as I can. And then as you can see, there's just one little spot there that I can still see the cheese. So I am going to put just a little dab of meat to cover that up. And then I will press it one more time as hard as I can, because you have to have firm patties. And there we go. So we've got our surprise stuffed cheeseburger there. And then what I do is I take my wax paper or my little burger disc, flip this upside down, and then this bottom is gonna come off, and there you go. You have your homemade burger patty. How easy is that? So I like I said, to do this at the beginning of the summer season with all different flavors. So I have got my smoke and barbecue. Next up, I'm going to do Donaire Burgers because they are absolutely delicious. Of course, you all know that my husband is from the East Coast, so he loves Donaires. So when we have barbecued Donaire Burgers, then we top it with the sweet Donaire sauce, which I can post that recipe if you need to have that one. Then the next one I'm going to do is a recipe that I discovered last year, and it is Caesar burgers. So I will post the link for that too. You put your Caesar right into the burger mix, and then when you serve them, you make up the Caesar dressing and top them with that. Again, it's very, very delicious. If you're more of a classic burger person, of course, we have our burger spice. So this just gives you a traditional burger flavor into your meat. So I always do one package of just traditional burgers. That way there's something for the kids. They're not as adventuresome as us to do the Donaire burgers. And of course, what do you have to have made up in the fridge to go with all of these burgers all summer long? Big burger sauce. So while I have this out and while I got the meat on sale, I also bought extra so that I can flavor just the ground beef. I'll do up one Ziploc bag with just the big burger sauce, and that'll be put into the freezer for Big Mac salads. And then I'll also do up one package with our taco, so that's flavored for taco salads. So then I have everything labeled and everything flavored up and seasoned for our meat already in the freezer, because if you've listened to me before, you know that marinating and flavoring your meat before you freeze it just gives it that much more intensified flavor. Because when you defrost it, the flavors are getting right into your protein as it thaws. And then when you cook it or grill it, it's gonna be so much more flavorful. And it's gonna be healthier, because we all know pre-bought burgers, pre-made burgers at the store, loaded with sodium. Check the label next time and see. And it's also nice that you can use our gluten-free crispy coating so that when you're entertaining your burgers, if you were to put breadcrumbs, would not be a problem for any guests that are gluten-free. Oh, one other type of burger that I'm excited to make today. If you got the Epic box for May, one of the ingredients, or one of the items in there was the baked beans. I'm not big into beans, but there is an amazing recipe for Cowboy Burgers using this bean mix. So one of my packages of ground beef, I'm putting this in, and I'm going to make Cowboy Burger patties frozen, ready to go on the grill. So when I get all the burgers ready and portioned out and frozen and labeled, I will post pictures of all of that. But I wanted to show you just how quick and easy it is. So my first piece of advice, get the meat on sale. then make the burgers at home, freeze them flat on your sheet pan, and then when they're frozen, label them in your Ziploc and have stacks of burgers ready in the freezer, or just the ground beef with your flavored taco or your big burger meat, so you can have delicious salads and burgers all summer long, and you'll be grilling and chilling, spending less time in the kitchen, more time enjoying the beautiful weather. So that's my tip for you today. I hope that you enjoy seeing what's cooking in my kitchen, and I'll be back to show you more next week.